Okay. So, one's 2 minutes, one's 3 minutes, one's 4 minutes. So, I don't know which one we're gonna do. Ryan, you're gonna pick which one.
I hope it's the 4-minute one.
Okay.
Is that the right one?
That's for 4 minutes? No, I don't know which one it is. We'll find out. Okay. I came prepared too. Pair of glasses, you don't need those. I got an extra pair just in case you lose them. Good evening, family and friends. First, I'd like to thank you all for being on this special day to join together celebrating Annamarie and Ron on their wedding day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm JP, Annamarie's dad, and I have the incredible honor to say a few words. Annamarie, from the day you were born, you brought so much joy into our lives. You've always been our angel. Your mom and I watched you grow into one of the kindest, most thoughtful, and most compassionate woman we know. Your middle name is Rose, and I don't think we could have chosen a more fitting middle name. Like a rose, you brought beauty into our lives from the very beginning. In fact, everyone, today I'm wearing something that means more to me than I can put into words. This pocket square, right here, I'm wearing, wasn't bought in the store. Annamarie, you made it for me. From a piece of her wedding dress, complete with a little embroidered rose. You don't just create beautiful things, you create meaningful things also. That's the rose in you. You've always been an artist. You spend your whole life filling our family with color, creativity, and love. I'll treasure this pocket square forever because every time I see it, I'll remember this day and the incredible woman you've become. As parents, we spend years teaching our children how to walk, ride a bike, try to play softball. Right, Annamarie? I can tell you some stories later, okay? But most importantly, find your own path in life. But nothing prepares you for the moment you walk your daughter down the aisle. My angel, my rose, it's bittersweet. Part of me still sees the baby girl whose hand fit inside mine. The toddler walking behind Dad with her toy mower, us cutting grass. But today, I see an incredible woman, an angel, a rose, who finds somebody worthy of walking beside her for the rest of her life. And that's Ryan. Ryan, from the beginning, it was obvious how much you cared for Annamarie. You bring her joy, you support and respect her, and you love her exactly as she is. As her father, that's all I've ever hoped for, and into the future. Thank you for loving my daughter with your whole heart. I couldn't be happier to officially welcome you into our family. Ryan, today isn't the day you're losing your freedom. It's the day you gain an entire family. Fair warning, we're pretty chaotic bunch at times. Wait, two dogs and 5 others. But we'll always have each other. But we'll always have each other's back. We're grateful to have you, and we're proud to call you family. Marriage isn't about perfection. It's about supporting each other every single day, through every challenge, every celebration, and every ordinary moment. Continue to be the other's best friend forever. I know the two of you will build a beautiful life together. I'd like to thank Ryan's parents, Linda and Glenn, for contributing to this special day. Thank you for raising such an incredible son and welcoming our family with open arms. We're so grateful to share this day with you. And finally, to my beautiful wife, None of this would be possible without you. Thank you for your love, your strength, and being the heart of our family. The woman Annamarie has become is a reflection of the incredible mother you've always been. I couldn't be more grateful to share this day with you. Now, if everybody would please raise your glass. Raise your glass. To Annamarie and Ryan, may your lives be filled with joy, your home with God's grace, and your heart filled with cherished love for each other always. We love you. Cheers.
First one tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next speech and toast that we will have is by the groom, Ryan.
Hello. Everybody hear me all right? Yeah. I probably don't need this microphone.
Just don't say it.
It's
Don't say it, Ryan.
I'm trying. It's amazing I can get 200 people quieter quicker than 30 students. Dave, Eric, I know you're somewhere out there. Take notes. I wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for coming here. This truly means the world for Annamarie and I to have 204 of our closest family and friends in one spot at one time. My dad always told me there's only 2 times in your life you get all your loved ones in one spot. And the other time we're not alive for it. So let's enjoy this one while we have it. I want to thank all our friends and family. We both want to thank all of our co-workers. We're very grateful to have a lot of peers from all our schools. I think I covered half of the Whitfield at this point. So we got every school represented in here, so I appreciate that. With the amount of teachers in this room currently, I established we're going to call this a PLC and get some Act 48 credits here as well. I think that's 5 hours. I want to personally thank Annamarie's family for welcoming me in with open arms. Thank you to Ron, JB, for being the best in-laws I could have ever asked for. I was always blessed growing up to have an amazing family, and now I got 2. I've also been really blessed to have my biggest inspiration by my side since I was born, my sister Jolie. She's always been my rock from day one. But it's pretty crazy to think I'm going to add 4 more sisters and a brother-in-law to the family. I couldn't be more excited. JB, I commend you for raising 5 girls. Ron, especially you. I also want to shout out Christina, Stephanie, Gianna, and Hallie for all their support with this wedding. None of this would have happened with the combined efforts of everyone. So thank you guys so much. I want to thank my parents. I would not be standing here today without all of you. Thank you to my mom and dad for being there for me for the last almost 29 years. Thank you. Most importantly, I want to thank my beautiful wife. I'm so blessed to do life with you. I can't imagine doing it with anybody else. Thank you for your support, your continued support as we continue on this journey together. I love you all so much. Thank you all for coming. Please make sure you have an amazing night drink a lot of alcohol. If you get tired of the alcohol, there's some milk on the side too. We're not there yet. The only thing that goes better with milk is cookies. Unfortunately, this is the second biggest cookie table in Sheridan history. And we're not trying to take any of these home, so make sure you eat them all here and then take boxes home with you. I don't know what else to say. Cheers, go Milk, and go Raiders!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next toasting speech we have is the best man, Brandon.
Alright, we good? We good? Alright, I don't want to scream, I don't want to do this. Alright, hello everyone, I'm Brendan, Brian's best man. Before I get to fun stuff, I just want to take a second to thank everyone for coming this evening to celebrate Ryan and Annamarie. It's an absolute honor for me to be standing up here today and have been able to see Anne, as we like to call her, in Ryan's relationship for over the years. Brian and I actually became friends, or first met back in our retail glory days working in office times together.
Yeah.
I knew we'd be friends for life when I realized that we shared the exact same passion, doing absolutely everything possible to avoid doing actual work. And yelling at Swain, who's one of our sitting right over here, for taking too many bathroom breaks. We all know he did it. Now, full disclosure, Ryan is also going to be the best man at my wedding. So, because of that, I ask that you please keep your reactions to this speech warm, enthusiastic, and incredibly forgiving. A future peace of mind in my own wedding day completely depend on it. Over our time together, we spent a lot of weekend mornings at the golf course. I've come to realize that golf is a lot like Ryan's general approach to life. There's a lot of heavy swinging, plenty of time lost searching in the bushes, and an unshakable, delusional belief that the very next shot is going to be absolutely perfect. We also just got back from his bachelor trip in Las Vegas. Now they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I'm going to break the rules just a little bit, and I would say this. Watching Ryan try to calculate blackjack strategy, after 3 drinks of milk, or 3 cups of milk, if you know, was something unlike I've ever seen before in my life. It will give me, the whole experience taught me everything I will ever need to know about his mathematical skills. Honestly, looking at his track record, it's a total miracle that he managed to find someone that puts up with him like Annamarie does. But jokes aside, Ryan and I have been through a lot together. We've celebrated the highest of highs, but we've also stood by each other through some real downs, navigating messy, unpredictable parts of being young adults in and out of college and figuring life out. No matter what curveball life threw at either of us, Ryan was always the first person to show up, no questions asked. I didn't grow up with a brother, but over time, Ryan became exactly that to me. He's the brother that I never had. He's the guy who knows all my flaws, knows all my worst stories, and still has my back through thick and thin. You don't just find loyalty like that out in the world, and I'm incredibly grateful for the bond that we share. And because I know him like a brother, I know exactly what makes him tick. Anyone who knows Ryan knows his ultimate superpower. Without a single ounce of effort, he instantly lightens up any room he walks into. He brings joy, ease, and laughter everywhere he goes, but for a long time, I wondered who could possibly match that kind of energy. Then Annamarie came along. Annamarie, from the moment you entered the picture, I saw a shift in him. You don't just match his light, you amplify it. You bring a deeper level of happiness and a sense of calm in him, a real sense of calm, that I've never seen before. You make my brother the absolute best version of himself. As I look at the two of you tonight, I'm struck by something pretty incredible. Right around this exact time, 10 years ago, Ryan and I met at that office next. A whole decade has passed. We went from 2 guys trying to avoid selling protection plans to miserable customers, which there was a lot of them, and offloading the truck, staying right here, celebrating the absolute best thing that has ever happened to him. The last 10 years of friendship have been unlike anything I've ever imagined, but Annamarie, watching him start this next chapter with you completely tops it off. To see the guy who has always had my back find the person who will have his back for the rest of his life, is the greatest thing that I could ever ask for. To Ryan and Annamarie, may your love be even more enduring than a 10-year friendship, and may your marriage navigate life's hazards much better than our weekend golf friends. Everyone, please raise your glasses with me to the bride and groom.
All right, and the last toast and speech we have today is the maid of honor, Hannah.
Well. Now, this is fun for all of you, but it's even more fun for me. Who gives the youngest a microphone? Did I mention there's no time limit? I'm kidding. Maybe. For those of you who don't know me, I am Hallie, Annamarie's youngest of 4 sisters, and her maid of honor. And it's funny because if you look out at everybody right now, you can tell who's from the groom's side because there's a look of hope, there's a few smiles, the belief that this speech is going to go well. However, if you look towards my side of the family, there's a look of mild fear, a little bit of panic, and again, the belief that this microphone is going back to the DJ. No promises. I'm here all night though, and I do take tips. All right. Growing up, Annamarie and I shared a room for what felt like forever. And honestly, we could not have been more different. Annamarie was artistic, girly, sing along to all the Disney songs on the radio. Meanwhile, here I am, athletic, chaotic, one shoe on, one shoe off, totally different, okay? As her sister, I made it my personal mission to be as completely different as possible. I mean, come on, you share a room, we spend the day together, we spend the night together. We gotta be somewhat different, right? However, the older we got, the more alike we became. We both developed a slight Taylor Swift obsession, which you'll see tonight on the dance floor, if you're lucky. And we somehow accumulated enough shoes to open a department store, for sure. And somehow, over the years, Annamarie became the person who calls me. Constantly. Quite literally. At minimum, I'm going to say maybe 25 times a day. For advice, for reassurance, for the inevitable. What do you think about this? Is Ryan being crazy or is it just me conversation? But no, truly, I do love our calls. I absolutely love our calls. I especially love them when they accidentally get sent to voicemail. I'm kidding. It's a rare gift to know someone completely and to be known completely in return. Annamarie and I can look at each other from across the room, 0 words, with just a facial expression, and know exactly what the other person is thinking. I know, you should have taken off those shoes hours ago. And somehow, she's the first person I call when something exciting happens, something horrible happens, or when I simply need to beat a dead horse that I beat 20 times before, but she still picks up, and I appreciate that every day all the same. Looking back now, I don't think home or the room that we shared was ever really the love itself, but rather the person. It was knowing that no matter what kind of day I had or she had, we had each other. At the end of the day, Annamarie would be there and I would be there. And there's no real feeling to describe that. Again, I'm telling you, better half of our lives, 8x8 room. Can you only imagine, people? But when Ryan first came into the picture, I'll admit, I had my doubts. Not because of Ryan himself, so let's get that straight. We know he's a great person. We wouldn't be here if we didn't think so. But because, if you don't know, they met on Bumble, a dating app. And so Ryan's profile picture was him hunting in his camouflage outfit. There's a dead deer. He's holding it up. He's smiling, all white pearls. I look at Annamarie. She goes, "What do you think?" Now this is one of those moments. You either be totally honest or you gotta bite your tongue. Well, I don't bite my tongue. And I said, "Listen, Annamarie, babes, you're a vegetarian. I don't know how well this is gonna work out for us." Thankfully, she ignored my advice. Because what I couldn't see from a dating profile was who Ryan really was. And over the years, I've had that privilege of watching that unfold. I watched my sister become the very best version of herself. Not a different person, mind you, but just the very best person she'd always been. For example, she started arriving on time, which, as I'm sure you all know, is a bit of an accomplishment. I mean, who knew that was even possible, really? I mean, we were late to your own wedding today, truthfully. Granted, I later learned it's because Ryan tells her they need to be somewhere an hour earlier than they actually need to be. Now, whether you determine that a relationship skill or a survival skill, I'll leave up to you. But all in all, she's become more calmer, more confident, more grounded. She's still the funniest person I know, still the most confident, and still the person who manages to think of others before herself. Always, without a doubt. And Ryan, I hope you know that all of that is because of you, and because of how you love her exactly as she is. And Annamarie, I watched you do the very same for Ryan. The two of you have this quiet kind of way of meeting each other, even though neither of you never stop talking. Puts me in a bit of a competition, really. But you do not change each other. You challenge each other and you make yourselves better. You encourage the very best parts of who you've always been. And that's what I admire most about your relationship. It's never felt forced, it never felt hard or challenging at all. It just feels right. You found the person who celebrates your best days, carries you through the hardest, and somehow makes home feel less like a place and more like a person. Ryan, thank you for loving my sister exactly as she is. And thank you for becoming such an important part of our family. At this point, it's honestly hard to remember a time before you, and truthfully, I don't think any of us want to, honestly. So please raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Baylog, to a lifetime of laughter, love, slightly adjusted departure times, and to a love that feels like coming home. Thank you. Ooh, looks like we're gonna hug. All right, I'm done for now.